Hey guys, welcome to Tuesday stream. Every Tuesday, come out here and show off all the cool new books and merch that we got in. There's no like housekeeping or anything. It's just cold out, so it's just freezing, and I hate it. Just want to talk about it.
It's so cold.
It's so cold. I hate
so
it.
cold.
So, with that in mind, finding books, I'll have plenty of books to keep you entertained in the cold. We have a bunch of new winter pops that came in that Brianna's been putting out, so thank you, Brianna, for doing all the hard work that I don't want to do.
You're welcome.
And let's jump right into it, guys. We have 1776 from Marvel Comics, celebrating the 250 year anniversary and birthday of the United States. Marvel has put out this mini-series in which Morgan Le Fay, Doctor Strange villain, sometimes Iron Man villain, sometimes romantic interest of Doctor Doom, has decided that she needs to, in order to defeat the Avengers, she needs to stop America from forming, and goes back in time. With that, Doctor Strange recruits a team to go help the colonialists defeat the British Empire. And it's wild the team he picks, because it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool to see how this book actually works. It's historical fiction, and I like the Revolutionary War aspect of it a lot. If you like things like Redcoat, which is historical fiction, you'll like this a lot. It's historical fiction. It is a set of Marvel heroes: Clear, Spider-Man, Iron Man, Captain America, of course, Hulk, and maybe Cyclops. All tossed into colonial America. It's really, really cool. You should definitely grab this book. It's fantastic. Bree, can you do me a favor? I forgot something. Can you get me the stand?
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, I'm talking with my hands. Really cool book. You should definitely grab this book. If you want something different to read, if you like historical fiction, like I said, if you like Redcoat, you should definitely grab this book. And I'll be right with you in one moment, guys, as Brianna gets me my stand. Thank you so much. I'm still getting used to having the stand around. Next up is American Caper from Dark Horse Comics. See, so much better, so I can talk with my hands. This book is fantastic. It talks about a life of a lawyer in Middle America and the weird kind of things he ends up like falling into. It's a cool, like, if you like things like Breaking Bad, which takes the or things like Sopranos, which takes the idea, not so much Sopranos, but like the family aspect in Sopranos, and things like the family storytelling and the look at like Middle America, family dynamics, and then the weird twist of those stories, like Sopranos being about the mafia, Breaking Bad about being a drug dealer. This is very much that. He's a lawyer that ends up in something bigger. It all starts out with a crash from a van. He's not a great character to root for. In fact, he's a terrible person. And that's where I think I like so much about this story, is that he is someone you don't want to root for, but then you find out there are other people that are way worse than him that are all in his life. And it's like, man, I guess I kind of have to root for you. It's a really cool story. The mystery behind the van crash and how his neighbor, who has this seemingly perfect life, ties into it. It's really, really cool. Which I don't want to spoil. I try to make this spoiler free, but it's really a great story. It feels like if this was a TV show, this would be like a cool Netflix like drama series. It's for those who don't know, if you've ever seen the show Ozark, it's very much like that too. That very like, oh, he's unassuming and then it's dragged to something bigger. Very much like that also. Really like this book a lot. You should definitely pick this book up. It's gonna have a very cool long form story. Also a miniseries, so don't worry. Next up from DC Comics is Batman Static Beyond. This is part of the Elseworlds imprint for DC Comics. This takes place on which would be Earth 12 in continuity, but spins out of the Batman Beyond comics and the Batman Beyond universe. You get to see new stylings of Icon in it, which is really cool, which I like a lot, and of course Justice League Beyond. And it sets up a cool mix between what happened to the Milestone characters and how the Milestone characters fit into the DC universe, or this version of the DC universe. Also dealing with an adult Static, which is really cool, as Static, which is designed is from the Batman Beyond and the Static, Batman Beyond, Static, and the Justice League Unlimited cartoons, and how now this new energy source has come out, and what it means for Dakota, and what it means for the DC universe as a whole, and what happens with the new villains that arise because of that. Really cool. You'll have a mix of old and new villains, and reimaginings of them in this Beyond stuff. I always like the new Beyond styles and this cool alternate future for these characters. I like the Batman Beyond universe a lot. I like the cyberpunky aspect of Batman Beyond and the DC universe that comes along with it, and it's really cool. So if you're a fan of Batman Beyond or you're a fan of Stax, you should definitely grab this book. It's fantastic. Next up is Die Reloaded from Image Comics. If you guys didn't know, Die, this is volume 2 actually of the Die franchise. But Die is about besides the dice aspect, it's about a group of kids who, when they were younger, got taken into a D&D style world and then spit out 2 years after that, and then years later, when they were adults, got sucked back into it and disappeared for 2 years, and now they've reemerged in 2020. This is a sequel to that now that they're trying to piece their lives together. One in the pandemic world of 2020 after surviving a massive trip into this alter world. This kind of picks up from there, so don't worry. They kind of give you that recap in the beginning, so don't worry if you didn't read the last series. But if you did read the last series, it's great. It picks up emotionally where it left off. Right now it's about a man struggling now that he has a child, and he disappeared for 2 years in this weird magical land where things happen to him, and now he has to struggle with his new identity post that, and a really cool bigger mystery behind it. I like the story a lot. I always like the idea of a fantasy world, things like Jumanji or things like Die or things like I forgot the other thing that was about a kids getting sucked into
Zathura.
I mean, not a movie, but yes. I forgot the other comic book that was like that. That was about kids getting sucked into a game and they would play Anyway, the Strange Tales book from Marvel, really cool. I like all that kind of high fantasy survivalist stuff. If you read the first book, it's really great as a sequel. If you didn't, there is a little bit of learning curve, but because it is very much now they're adults living it past it, and not towards the back end of the book do we get back into the game world. But still really cool if you're looking to pick up something new. It's worth it if you're trying to get something new that's more in depth and cerebral and kind of dark, and kind of very pointed when it comes to human identity and survival and what happens when you have to deal with all that trauma as an adult, and as a parent and as a partner to someone. It's really cool. I like all those concepts in it. Definitely pick this book up. Next up is Gargoyles Fantastic Four by Dynamite. Yes. Have you seen this before? Absolutely. Was it a different title? 100%. It was so when they originally announced this book, it was supposed to be a part 2 to the first Gargoyles Fantastic Four. They, just like the Marvel DC stuff, they just flipped the titles around so they can sell it as a new number 1 instead of a number 2. That's why. But just like how they originally planned it, it is a number 1 by itself. It's a standalone story with the Fantastic Four team up with the Gargoyles as they have to I don't want to spoil the entire story, but it's about Valeria and Franklin being sucked into the negative zone and the Gargoyles teaming up with the Fantastic Four to get them out of the negative zone. Really cool story. It fits in with the current story that's been going on in Gargoyles. Really cool. Doesn't really tie into Fantastic Four, but if you're a Marvel fan, this is great for kids from the 90s that love the Gargoyles stuff, that like Fantastic Four, that love comic books and want all this together. This is also really cool if you want to get your kids into comics. It's not dark, it just looks dark because it looks more adult because of the art on the cover, but it's a great comic book by itself. It's a cool one-shot. Like I said, I thought it originally was a miniseries, but it wasn't. They just split into 2 big one-shots. Really cool. They make a lot of reference to other stuff in the Marvel Universe, of course, and they reference, of course, to the Gargoyles franchise. Really cool. Hopefully they do another 2 to kind of wrap up and make it a 4-issue miniseries. Really cool, really fun. Definitely got this book. Next up is The Liquidator from Madcave Studios. It starts off really weird when you're like, oh, why is this woman time traveling? And you don't understand why. It gets way better than that. It kind of explains the entirety why time travel exists and what is a liquidator. But it's about a young woman her mission is to go back to 1859, and she has to liquidate someone. A liquidator is a time traveler that gets rid of time anomalies. Whether it's something like a time prankster that just leaves a phone, a cell phone in the past, or someone that just takes a book and throws it in the wrong time period, up to someone that's actually committing time atrocities. Really cool take on time travel as we also focus on things aspects living paradoxes. It's about things like what happens if you time travel too much, and what kind of personal take you can take on your mind. Really cool, different aspects and takes on the basic time travel trope. Really cool book. There's a big mystery surrounding the book called The Feminine Mystique, which I don't want to kind of get into about why it has in the book, but there's a reason why it has in the book. You have to read the book to understand the mystery. Fantastic book if you are a alternate history, if you like history, just like the 1776 book or Red Coat or all those books that deal with actual history. This is actually dealing with something that's happening historically. I don't want to say my theory about why there's a certain the mission she's currently on, because it's beyond just the feminine mystique, and what historical actual events happening. But I don't want to spoil it. That's just my theory. Really cool book. Definitely grab this book. Next up is Peter Cannon and Thunderbolt from Dynamite Comics. So guys, if you don't know, Peter Cannon was a Charlton character acquired by DC Comics years and years ago, back in 1980. I want to say 86 or 85, right before Crisis on Infinite Earths. The Charlton characters, if you guys don't know, are things like Peacemaker, Blue Beetle, Question, Nightshade, Peter Thunderbolt. Those are the characters that Alan Moore then decided to write as an original story called Who Killed Peacemaker. Became Watchmen. Peter Cannon is Ozymandias. If you understand who Ozymandias is from Watchmen, that's Peter Cannon. Peter Cannon in the actual continuity, his original continuity, is a martial artist who mastered the martial arts. He's the top martial artist in all the world, in peak in mind and body and soul, and he uses that to fight crime. In this version is a modern, updated version, as Peter Cannon is a survivor of a weird cult, suicide massacre thing that happened, and he is come out of hiding to stop people, to figure out who caused all this. Take Batman and add a lot more. Take Batman and Iron Fist and mix them together. It's less Batman. It's actually more just Iron Fist. It's just really cool Iron Fist stuff. If you like Iron Fist, read this book. It's cool, crazy martial arts nonsense. I like Peter Cannon a lot. I just wish they would do more with him instead of him being in Dynamite forever. Please, DC, if you want to pick him back up, please, God. Really cool book. You should definitely pick it up. If you like Iron Fist, you love this martial arts book. Next up is Predator Badlands #1. Guys, do not worry if you don't know what Predator Badlands is, or if you saw the movie. This actually is a prequel to the movie. So Predator Badlands takes place 200 some odd years in the future of the Predator franchise. It's about a young Yautja who is going out on his first mission, one of his first missions with his brother, and has to prove himself to his father. If you like the Predator franchise, it's more the Predator stuff. It's the Predator versus a robotic AI, which is funny when you think about it. A really great book. If you watch Predator Badlands, it's a great setup. If you haven't watched Predator Badlands, it's also a great setup to watch that movie. So it gives a little bit more context about the Yautja runt that you're following in the book. Really cool. It's Predator action from start to finish. Next up is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Godzilla, or versus Godzilla, or Cross Godzilla from IDW. Set up in its own continuity, separate from both the TMNT books and the Godzilla books that IDW is putting out. It shows this version of the Turtles is a blend of the IDW books and the 1980s movie stuff. And shows how the Foot Clan was formed. It was in order to stop and defeat kaiju from Japan, which is a really great new mythos for the Turtles and for the Foot Clan. And now it is the rise of the kaiju again, and now it's up to the Turtles and the Foot to stop the rise of these monsters again. Really cool story. I'm a big Godzilla fan myself, and I love these crossovers. Godzilla's having a huge resurgence lately. I'm also a big TMNT fan, so having these franchises cross, which when it's announced, these crossovers are announced, it doesn't always seem like, oh hey, these are cool ideas that would work well together until you see it in practice, and it works very well in practice. It's a great setup for an issue 1, as you see the Turtles having to deal with now these kaiju coming back. It's a lot of setup, to be fair. It's a lot of setup for this miniseries, but definitely grab this book if you're a fan of Turtles or if you're a fan of Godzilla. It just blends very well. Next up is Thundercats Panthro #1. This is actually a one-shot, guys. This is one-shot, again, just like the Chitara World Breaker, like the Pumra from last week. This is a Panthro one-shot, setting up more stuff that will bleed into the world of the Thundercats books. This is actually just deals with Panthro as he fights a brand new villain that will show up maybe later in the Thundercats universe. If you have Thundercats in your pull list, these one shots should be on there. I should definitely, if they're not on your pull list, I definitely recommend grabbing them. Like I said, these books, like I said last week about the Puma book. These are great books for people that are fans of the Thundercats books or fans of Thundercats that haven't, or either behind on the Thundercats books and want to start getting into it, or they are lifelong readers of the Thundercats books so far, of the Thundercats franchise, and they are like, oh, hey, this is some more content. It works both ways. So definitely these are great for new people trying to get, just dip their toes in the franchise. It gives you a taste of what the franchise is in comic book form. So you're like, oh, hey, I want to get the comic book, but it's on issue 20. This is a great way to be like, oh, hey, I can read this and get a taste of the book. And like, oh, hey, I can go forward now from here. Really great book for beginners or lifelong fans of Thundercats. Definitely got this book. And for our singles, we have X-Men Tales from the Age of Apocalypse. You guys don't know, X-Men of the Apocalypse is coming out, which is a miniseries from Marvel Comics. We are currently in Age of Revelation, and we're doing a whole bunch of stuff that gives homages to the actual original 90s Age of Apocalypse. Guys, if you don't know what Age of Apocalypse is an event from Marvel Comics back in the 1990s in which Legion, Charles Xavier's son, goes back in time to kill Magneto, but instead of killing Magneto, kills Xavier, and this gives the rise to Apocalypse way before he should have, in a world where there are no X-Men, and now from this world, this brings this completely new continuity. It's one of the first mega events that Marvel did. That was the first alternate reality mega event, and it has become one of the long-lasting staples of the X-Men franchise and stories forever going from there. This mini trade, or this single has the first 4 issues of the original 90s events, which is X-Men, Amazing X-Men #1, Weapon X #1, Factor X #1, and I think Factor X #1. Factor X #1, Astonishing X-Men #1, Weapon X #1, and Amazing X-Men #1. Really great throwback. I recommend this for anyone that wants to relive the 90s and don't want to dig out their long box. Really cool. Great for Age of Apocalypse fans. Great gifts for Christmas. And guys, let's jump into our trades. We have Little Batman Month 1, which is great. It's coming out this week because the show Little Batman just dropped on Amazon Prime today. Little Batman, if you guys don't know, spun out of a Christmas special that Amazon did last year or the year before, reimagining Damian as this little Batman and Bruce as Batman, as Damian tries to struggle with Christmas and being Batman's sidekick. They now made a TV show for it. It's a weird comedy TV show that's on Amazon Prime as of today. And now this book, Month 1, kind of bridges a gap between a very Little Batman Christmas to the TV show coming out. Really cool. Done up in a graphic novel. Great for kids. Great for parents. Great for comic fans that want to just read a cool Christmas story or a cool family story with their kids about Batman. Next up is Peacemaker presents Eagly, Vigilante Eagly double feature. This collects the miniseries in which actually kind of spins out of season 1, and it's a gap story that happens between season 1 and season 2 of the series. One half of the book is a Peacemaker, it's a Vigilante story, and the other half is an Eagly story. Fun. If you know the series, these are great and over top. These are great for fans of the TV show that have never read a comic book, and you're like, oh, hey, I need to get someone a gift for Christmas, and they like the Peacemaker TV show, and they don't know the comics. This is a great way to get those guys, but also it's a great way to get those characters in comic book form. Peacemaker, Vigilante are very different from the TV show from their comic book counterpart, so this is a cool way to see them in a comic book form. Next up is Green Lantern Corps. This is the Dawn of DC era for the Green Lantern Corps. They have reformed, and we are about to set up. This is right before the Starbreaker Supremacy arc. It is the revitalization of the Green Lantern Corps. We haven't had them in a very long time, and this just brings them all back into a book. It's really great. Jeremy Adams is doing a fantastic job on that book, and Connor Kent's in this book for some reason. I don't care.
Hanging out.
He's gonna get a ring eventually. That's my theory. I'll tell you why off camera. Because I'll spoil a bunch of storylines. I won't spoil it here. Really cool book. Definitely grab this book. Next up is another crossover that we didn't know was going to work, but works very well. It's Turtles of Grayskull. It's also known as Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles meets He-Man, which is a weird title. So just calling it Turtles Grayskull is just way easier, and making the book. So what's really great about this book is a four-issue miniseries that is actually canon to the He-Man books of Dark Horse, not the ones that are tied into the Netflix stuff. The He-Man has a big continuity, and all their crossovers are actually canon to their which was their DC line, which became the Dark Horse line. They're fun, they're over the top, and they're all done by Freddie Williams, which is hilarious. Fantastic as the Turtles and He-Man cross over, and to keep Eternia going to stop Shredder from gaining the powers of the Sword of Omens. It's really great as him and Shredder and Skeletor team up to fight the Turtles and He-Man. This book is over the top, action-packed, and great. Next up, we have from Image Comics, we have Blood and Thunder. Blood and Thunder is a miniseries about a young girl and her gun Thunder. As they are mercenaries, her father is the gun. It's just really weird. And she has really cool space stuff. I really can't talk about, again, the traits I try to run through, only because I don't want to spoil a lot of these books. But if you want cool, crazy sci-fi action pieces, great. Also, a really cool father and daughter story, which I'm a sucker for now. This is what happens when you become a parent. Really great story if you want a cool father and daughter dynamic story as a butthead to be a mercenary and her gun. And finally, we have Invincible Battle Beast. This series actually goes from issue 20, which was the last appearance of Battle Beast, into his reemergence later on in the series, and it just covers his journey in between there, and what he was just doing, being a menace to space. It's pretty much what that is. This is the first half of the series. I think it's going to be a 12-issue series total. So if this is the first 6, the other 6 should be coming out. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But definitely because we know he doesn't reemerge until later on in the Invincible book, until he's captured by the Viltrumites. We haven't gotten to that part in the book, but we're getting close to it. So if you like the Invincible TV show and you're like, oh hey, this is connects right to the Invincible comic books, it connects to the Invincible TV show. If you're like, oh hey, I want more, definitely grab this book. Or like, oh hey, No Shop has issues 1, 2, and 3 in stock. Definitely grab this book. It's definitely a must-have. And guys, that is it. You can check us out on our website, androidscomics.com, where Ant puts out tons of books out all the time. Check us out on our social medias, Android's Amazing Comics, Android Amazing Comics on X, Android's _comics on Instagram, Android's Amazing Comics on YouTube, and of course, if you're on Facebook, Android's Amazing Comics on Facebook. And guys, I'll see you back here next Tuesday around the same time. See you then. Bye.